So before I get started with the instructions on what I'm going to show you today, I first want to state that this is more of a kind of longevity. If you use One Sticks often or KangVapes often, video is more directed towards doing this often, doing this maybe for economic reasons. Like, you don't want to spend $14.99, $12.99, whatever the hell it is at your gas station for just a stick that dies in a week. There is another method of charging if you do not have the necessary equipment. And of course, the other method is you take something like this, a little USB Android cord, you snip it at the end, and then you take the red and the black wire, and you'll find a little, we'll take this apart soon, and you'll find a little battery inside of here with a red and a black section. You'll plug it into a wall. Once you have it plugged in, you'll connect the two wires to red at the red end, black at the black end, hold it there, or tape it there for 5 minutes, and you should be good. You'll get about a day's worth of hits out of it. But if you are someone that doesn't want to cut apart cables and you don't want to electrocute yourself potentially and be playing with a wall outlet, well, I'll show you a little bit of a safer way to do this. But this is already a modified one, as you can see by the end there. I've already taken the cap off. I've already fucked with it. So I'm going to be showing you on how you're going to do this with a different one. I haven't really fucked with this one. I did take the cap off for easier access, ease of use. But the first thing you want to do is you take that bitch off. Just take the top off, and then you take the bottom off with either your fingernails or a pair of pliers. I'd recommend pliers just because these can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. And you have two options. You either push from the bottom here or push from here. I don't really recommend putting your fingers in electronics, so we'll just push it out from the back. And you're going to notice that you have a kind of weird snake unit here. And the first thing you have is this guy. This is your breath intake. If I can get that to focus, that's whatever. Basically, every time you breathe in, that's what senses that you're breathing. You can even flick it and it'll go off. They're really sensitive. But you'll notice that you have tape on this side, and then you'll notice if you kind of move this one over, you have tape on this side. And you have black and red, just like a battery, a normal battery. And at this point in time, what you would do if you were doing the cable charger is you would take off the tape right here, like this. And you would, once you take off the tape a little bit, and make sure, by the way, you take off the side that has the one little strip. Don't go into this side and try to remove the fucking entire thing, you dummy. Try to just remove the little tiny side. Anyways, once you do that, you'll be exposed to the metal wires. Now, at this point in time, once you have, let me get it done real quick. You fucking slut. Get off the tape. Okay, so now that I have it released, you'll notice that you have metal and you have metal. Just know, with a battery like this, as long as you're not prodding it with metal and fucking around with it, you won't zap yourself. It'll be pretty safe. You can really kind of fuck with these guys. Don't recommend it. Just kind of take the tape off, set it down, leave it chill. Now, like I said, this video is more directed at people that buy these very often and they want to get more use out of them. So the first piece of equipment I would recommend is a lithium-ion battery charger. If you ever used a mod vape, or if you just have one of these laying around for RC cars or whatever other activities these things require, they will work perfectly fine. You'll notice I have, this is a Everest. It's just a cheap one. It maybe cost like $10, $15 on Amazon. What you'll notice is when I plug this guy in like so, we have two lights. These lights are actually white or blue in nature, sorry. And when they're blue like this, they indicate that nothing is charged or that the battery is fully charged. And for example, if I take this vape battery, I put it in here, it'll turn white, indicating that it is charging. Now, of course, these batteries have a plus and a minus, just like a AA, except they're chunkier. Well, let's take our little guy right here. Notice that if I fold him back, and I fold this guy back, we have, and I would recommend just wrapping the tape around so it's not in the way, we have a little positive and a negative. And if you take those positive and negatives, negative going towards the bottom flicky thing, and then positive, of course, going to the top, you can just place it in like that. And thankfully, with these cheaper ones, the default height of the slider is actually the perfect size for the little one-stick batteries. And literally, this will just sit and charge. I would recommend, I haven't tested like how long it takes for these to charge, and I don't know if the light will switch to blue when it's fully charged. But I do know that the light does turn white, which means that it is getting a flow of charge. The cells are being replenished. It's working properly. It's just a tiny, tiny little battery in comparison to like this guy. So I would recommend leaving it in there for 15 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, it hits pretty much like I just took off the wrapper after 15 minutes. And then, of course, I'll come back and show you afterwards, once I put it all back, once it's charged and everything. I'll put it all back together and show you that it works. So 15 minutes has passed, and the light bulb is still white, meaning it is still charging. But in my opinion, I don't really want to find out if it does turn blue. These are made for normal batteries like this. I don't know if the little chip in there knows that this is a tinier battery and the thresholds and different tendencies for them. So I have no idea if you can get a blue light from charging the mini ones. But what I do know, of course, is that there is a white one, which means it's charging. So it has been 15 minutes now. I'll just take it out. And of course, the battery feels warm because we just zapped it for some power. And now we're going to just take our old vape. We're going to put back, you can put back the tape, but to be honest with you, it's just tape. You put it back in there, and then you take the end portion, and you make sure that the tape is kind of not. Now, of course, with the removal of the tape, the chances of a drip malfunction heightens, but I mean, at that point, if you're fucking taking your one sticks apart for more nicotine, you have more things to worry about. But now we have it installed, the tip is back on. And no light at the bottom. It is hitting strong. Now, of course, I would only recommend doing this twice. 2 times. I don't recommend doing this more than once. More than twice, I mean. The reason for this, of course, is that the juice runs out. Eventually, your cotton will run dry, just like a normal vape, and it will taste like shit. My recommendation for this is if you have like multiple of them lying around, don't throw them away. Keep them, because what you can do is you can just take them off, and then you can just take the cotton out. And now you have more different flavors. You can, do whatever you want with it. The reason why I don't want you to do 2 is because inside of these guys, there is a thin layer of cotton around the coil. And after, I would say, around 2 cotton changes or refills, you can literally just take oil and put it down in there. After like 2 of those, the normal cotton on just the coil will get fucked up, and it will taste like shit, and it will not be enjoyable. and it will get by, of course, if you need it to. But this is probably the safest way to charge them without fucking touching bare wires, without, not knowing if it's charging or not, that kind of shit. So, there you go.